Recently, Borderlands 4 was announced with a teaser trailer, and in this short video, I want to talk about my hopes and predictions for Borderlands 4. First off, let's talk about the elephant in the room, the story. Really, my expectations and my hopes, I literally just want the story to be better than Borderlands 3. It can be a little bit better, it can be a lot better. I hope it's a lot better, but I am totally okay if it's just a little bit better. I really don't think they're gonna have as good of a story as Borderlands 2 again. I really don't. I'd be really surprised if that happened. And I hope they prove me wrong with that, because if they could do that, that would be incredible. Gameplay is something that the Borderlands franchise has continued to evolve with every single game that it's had so far. So I have no doubt in my mind that Borderlands 4 is going to give us crazier guns, crazier new weapon types. Everything's going to be crazier. Crazy Vault Hunters with incredible skills. I really have no doubt about that. I think in terms of exploration, however, that's an area that I really want to see the gameplay improve. Borderlands, the original pitch for it was Halo meets Diablo. And I think it'd be really cool if we had some more organic discovery. While I like the exclamation marks and knowing where quests are and quest objectives, and I think it works in Borderlands, it's funny, I actually usually don't really like that in games when it just tells me exactly where to go all the time. But I would like to see some more organic exploration in Borderlands 4. You know, I think in Borderlands 3, they did a good job with like the crew challenges. However, I want to see like organic exploration that leads to like small dungeons or just completely hidden things, bosses that are hidden around the map or something, stuff like that. Something more substantial, more interesting. Characters, very closely tied with the story. In terms of our characters, the Vault Hunters, I definitely feel like they should not be created characters. I feel like they should be unique, original characters like they have been in all of the Borderlands games. I feel like it helps with separating the characters by roles and just making their designs stand out more than if they were a created character. In terms of side characters, there was a PAX West panel that Gearbox held, and they said that they don't want to have as big of an ensemble cast this time around, which I think is a good call. It definitely makes sense given that we're going to a completely new planet that's seemingly very far away from Pandora, and is just a complete new location which will feature new characters. It was like this hidden away planet, not an alternate reality like some people were worried about. They did confirm that it's not an alternate universe or multiverse or anything like that. It was literally just a hidden away planet. So while I agree that it's a good call not to have a massive ensemble cast of characters, I still want to have some cameos in there. I want to know what really happened to Lilith. Is she actually dead? I want to see Claptrap, because come on, gotta have Claptrap. I think I'd still like to see some other staple characters like Marcus, Moxie, at least with like vending machines and stuff. I don't know. I don't think we should have every single Vault Hunter from every single previous game showing up, but I do still want some cameos in there despite the new location. So also at the PAX West conference that they had, they also said that they have been listening to player feedback quite a bit, and I really hope that means that we are going to get things like dedicated loot drops at launch, more raid bosses at launch compared to the 0 that we had at launch in Borderlands 3, more post-game content at launch, things like that were kind of absent from the launch of Borderlands 3. Also, rarities of weapons that are above legendary at launch would be really cool, but if they had those later, that would still be perfectly fine too. Also, I'm curious how the graphics are going to change this time around. I kind of don't want it to be too big of a shift from 3. I think 3 was pretty good. 2 is still kind of my favorite in a way. I know it's from 2012, and you know it looks kind of outdated by today's standards, but I just feel like it kind of hit the vibe of Borderlands the best. I think 3 still captured the essence of Borderlands, but it just felt like it was a little too detailed compared to 2. I don't know. I know that's kind of weird of me to think, but I don't want them to try to do anything super crazy with graphics for Borderlands 4, personally. In terms of villains, I really hope that we have a good villain. Obviously, I do not think the villain is going to be anywhere near the level of Handsome Jack. However, please do not bring back Handsome Jack. Like, bring him back to life or something. That would be really stupid. Just don't do it. Oh my god, that would be really bad. But I just hope the villain is just better than the Calypso twins, kind of like I said earlier, with just having the story and the writing be better than Borderlands 3 in general. I think is just a step in the right direction, no matter how big or small. Another thing in terms of gameplay is I really want to see some more weapon types, like melee weapons, kind of like the Tiny Tina ones, but expanded a little more, perhaps. I want to see Iridian weapons from Borderlands 1 come back. I want to see weapon class levels come back from Borderlands 1, where you'd like get more and more proficient with certain weapon types the more you use them. I want to see stuff like that come back, because those were some really unique mechanics from Borderlands 1 that they kind of just haven't done anything with, and I'd really like to see those come back. But yeah, that is my list of hopes and predictions for Borderlands 4. I know it's mostly hopes, but I think any of these things are feasible, so they kind of are predictions as well. But what do you think? What are you most looking forward to about Borderlands 4? Let's get some good discussions going in the comments below, and if you've made it this far, I'd really appreciate a like and a subscribe. It would mean a lot to me. Thank you so much, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye!